Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to part 2 of brainstorming my next journal cover. So in part 1, I basically just cut down the pillowcase, and I went and tried to figure out the measurements of the actual journal, which I believe I did succeed. However, and I think this is due to the time it is of night, my brain wasn't really working right, because I was thinking, oh, wait a minute, how am I going to get a cover to match the height and the width that I want it? I was thinking I have to go get a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbooking paper just so the width is long enough and the height is long enough. And then I realized, and I did, I went and I got this because, I mean, as much as this is nice, it's glittery and it's not, and it's a little thicker. It's not something I would normally use in a journal or, as a journal page, just because of but I don't know. I mean, it really would be nice to use something textured, but regardless, that's neither here nor there. Then I remembered, oh my gosh, I normally use file folders for the inside cover when I'm doing fabric covers. I don't know why that didn't dawn on me in the last video, and like I said, it could be because it's pretty late right now. So, I mean, technically, it's wide enough and it's tall enough. Where's my measurements? Yeah, because it's supposed to be 9.5, well, 5 3/4 wide, which is going to be right here, and then 9.5 tall, which is right here. So I think I am going to save this and then possibly maybe just make some tags or something with this paper. That's what I'm going to do. I also found this that I'm going to use as like the inside covers. It's Tim Holtz. And I was debating on whether to use this side or this side, but because the quilted side is like nice and busy, I didn't want this, so I just figured just a plain pattern. But then I don't know, does that even go? I'm not sure. We won't worry about that just yet. Let's try to get this all cut up right here. All right, so I know that I used to, because I used to watch the tutorials Danny used to do, and she used to fold all of these. But the thing I'm thinking about is, I don't think I am going to fold those. I'm just going to use this as the actual piece of like cardstock, and I'm not going to worry about those folds. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? No, because I'm just going to get myself confused. So let's just cut this down. All right, so we need it to be 5 3/4, which is going to be right here. And then 9.5. So let's go from the bottom. And I'm just going to measure. It's only because, and I know I've probably said this in other videos, this one I like because it's smaller, but I feel like when you put up the arm, it doesn't go straight. So it always cuts my papers kind of a little crooked. And if it's a 12 by 12, sometimes I'll just rest it towards like the bottom here. I'm not even in frame on the bottom here, so it's not resting against here, because it's not straight line from this side to this side. It's almost like it's bent like this, so my paper cuts crooked, and I don't like that. So let's just cut this first. Cut it like that, and then we'll cut it down this way. And this actually, now we're going to really get to see the size of the journal. So this is going to be the journal right here. It's going to be this size, and it's 5 3/4, yep, by 9.5. Perfect. All right, so let's just lay this down just to see what it's going to, basically what it's going to look like. I didn't do a very good job of that. Oh gosh, okay. And hopefully I am in frame. I'm just going to tuck this on the inside here. And let's just tuck that like that and like that. So that's, you know what? And I really like that. So I'm good with that. Now we do have to find where the middle is, the exact middle. And I'm going to actually, excuse my reach. Oh gosh. I'm thinking it's going to be right here. Let's just see. All right, so we have the right under 6.5. And if it's, yeah, that's more or less where it is. Okay, so this is basically the middle. So when I come down, I want to glue it like here. But then I also have to see what is the middle. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing this extra complicated. Like I feel like when I'm doing a journal not on camera, I don't have all these weird complicated steps. It just kind of goes. So it's 2 inches there and oh, okay. Yeah. So I am going to just kind of mark up where it should basically lie. Okay. I don't know why this is just feeling so hard right now. Oh goodness. All right, so let us I push my sewing machine back a little bit and hopefully I am in camera. Hopefully it stays in focus. All right, so that is about it here. And let's just, yeah, it's pretty perfect if you ask me. And of course, you know, if it isn't exactly perfect, and it's okay. Okay, so I need my, here it is. I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac. And I'm looking for my pink finger. Actually though, with this, I might not need it just because it's so thick, the material. But, you know, let's just... Okay. Because I'm not worried about it bleeding through or anything, so I might not even need to smush it around. And this is basically just to hold it in place because I am still going to sew all the way around it too. But in the meantime, we'll just make sure it's all nice and stuck down perfectly. Okay. So, actually, this. All right, and we're still lined up. Good. Okay. All right, and now let's do the same thing to the side, and hopefully I'm in frame. You know, maybe I should have looked. Okay. I mean, you get the general idea of what I'm doing, so it's not like you need to see everything. And I mean, this isn't really a tutorial, so to speak. I mean, kind of is. It's definitely a craft along. And sometimes when I watch people's videos, I don't know if I actually know what the difference between a tutorial and a craft along is, because it's, in my head, it's kind of the same thing, because I'll watch people's craft with me's and it's basically like I'm learning how to do what they're doing. So I kind of feel like that's the same definition as a tutorial. I could be wrong, but so I don't know how to classify this. This is just a craft along, but you can also, you know, see how I'm doing something and it's kind of like a tutorial because let me put this here. Oh, there we go. Because after you watch it, you know, you could make your own too. So, and that's what you would normally watch a tutorial for, to learn how to do whatever it is the person is doing. All right, so I'm thinking I am gonna cut the sides down just a little bit because they're really wide, and I don't think I need them that wide. I'm gonna probably take off just like that much. And of course, I'm not measuring, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. But this will be nice to make some little, oh, it's coming apart anyway. So this material to make some fabric ruffles with. So that I'm definitely going to keep because I do like fabric ruffles. Let's see, about there. Okay, and keep that part. This is so pretty. I love this pattern. It's really nice. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do is just fold in the corners, and I'm just going to see, I know I'm not too much in frame, I just want to see actually what the bulk is going to be. You know what, it's, well, okay, speaking out loud, I'm wondering if I should cut this at all. You know how sometimes you can miter the corners, or am I just making a tuck like this? I just don't want it to be too bulky, but I feel like it's not so bad. I mean, maybe I could just cut it a little bit. Oh gosh, yeah, I think I'll cut it just a tad, and just like that. And if I need to trim it down anymore, I will trim it down. But let's just see how this is. And that will just give a tiny little, yeah, I think that's okay. All right, so where's my glue? Over here. And the nice thing about having a thicker fabric, and also this one is like, you know, has layers, you don't really need to squish the glue down. Not the glue, but you know, like how a lot of times you just, I run over it with my little pink finger. I mean, I could, but I don't think I really need to because it's not going to show through. And I usually do it more like if I know like the fabric's thinner and I don't want it bleeding through, then I will definitely, you know, use the little pink finger to spread out the glue. But see, I mean, like, it's not going to bleed through this. And also, I'm going to have an inside page anyway, so even if it did bleed through a little bit, you're not going to see it. And I'm thinking because of where this is cut, I might need to glue some of this down here anyway. Okay. And I always go back after I, you know, glue everything down just to give it some extra glue just in case there's any parts that I missed or that needs a little bit more gluing or anything like that, you know, because this is kind of like the rough draft. You put the glue where you think you're going to need it, and maybe you're going to need more, maybe, you know, some pieces need to have a little extra attention. Okay, so let's fold this up. Okay, let's see. And this glue, I mean, it doesn't take super long to dry, but oops, I'm getting glue all over me. Oh gosh, getting nice and gluey. Okay, now I'm going to, oh gosh, I just looked up and it was completely out of focus. I hope it's not been the case this whole time, because that would be kind of frustrating. All right, now let's see the glue strings. This one, it might need to have some corners on it, just because I'm not really sure how this is going to look, because I mitered the corners. And so I don't know. Well, you know what I will do, actually use this to hold down the corners for a moment while they're drying. All right, and the only problem though with having this batting in between, if I'm trying to get my glue in there, it's sticking to the batting. Maybe I can just lie it down somehow. Yikes, yikes. That didn't really work too well. Okay. Well, I think this is working. I think. Oh, you know what? Let me get 2 other clamps ready for the corners. Okay, and you know what? Oh, I need a, let's use this. Okay. Yeah, see, normally when I fold in the corners without mitering them, I don't run into this little problem here. But that's okay, because we will manage. I mean, it's nice to miter the corner because it definitely does cut down on the bulk, but then you have sometimes my little issues with the corners. All right, so, oh, you know what? That really needs glue there. Oh gosh, focus. There we go. And I always say that all the time. I really should look up more, but sometimes, like, you know, when you're in the project and you're going, you sometimes do forget to look up the camera. I mean, I do. So that sometimes is a problem, because see, like right now, look, it's out of focus, and I don't know why that is happening. Now we're back in focus. Good. Okay, so let's just take a little look. Look how pretty that cover is. And technically they're actually mirror images, so it doesn't matter which one is the front and which one is the back. Ugh, I love this. I love it. And I'm so glad that I thought in my brain to start looking for pillowcases and not fabric. Because I know I've said this, I don't know in how many videos, where you know, you go out and you see such a great deal on this fabric and it's so cheap, so you buy like a truckload of it, but then after like 1 or 2 journals, you're like, do I really need to use it anymore? Not really. You kind of get sick of it. Well, I shouldn't say everybody. That's my problem. And then I have, you know, lots of fabric lying around. But with pillowcases, you basically get just enough fabric for 1 or 2 journals, and then that's it. So that is perfect. And then when you get them at the thrift store, you're getting it even cheaper because, you know, it's not like you're going out and getting an expensive pillowcase. The pillowcases that I got, actually, this one came singly, and it was $1.99. And then the other ones came doubly, and those were, I think, $2.99, which still technically is not bad, because for this one, $1.99, I'm getting 2 journals out of it, plus, you know, pockets and stuff. So I personally think it's worth it. And I would definitely pay, you know, that again. So it's definitely something to always be on the lookout for. Usually when I used to go to the thrift stores, I used to go to like where they had like the material and the fabrics and stuff and look there. Now I just go right to the pillowcases. So that is definitely a good little thrifty thought, thrifty idea, because you get just enough for, you know, not an expensive price. And I really hope that my camera hasn't been out of focus this whole time, because every time I look up I feel like it's out of focus. So if it is, I am really, really sorry. All right, so let's see. Oh, this is so nice. Really love it. All right, let's see how much time. We're already at 20 minutes, so I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to also let all the glue dry, the corners dry, and all that fun stuff, and then we'll come back for a part 3 where I will oh, you know what, we do need a fabric strip. So you know what, it's so good that we cut this down, because I am thinking we could even use this as the fabric strip in the middle. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so in the next part, after everything dries, we're going to do the fabric strip down the middle, and then we're going to do the 2 side pieces, the inside of the cover and the back cover, and kind of go from there. So this was actually a little bit longer than I thought. I don't know why. I thought it was quick, but it's already over 20 minutes. So I do apologize for it being so lengthy. I think it was also because I was doing a lot of talking. Sorry. But yeah, so letting this dry, I will come back for the next part. So definitely stay tuned. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.